Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's Canadian Retro. I've got my pre-apocalyptic pickup here for you. Bit of a tongue twister. My pre-apocalyptic pickup for you here. This is all the stuff I found out. Generally thrifting when before all this started, basically, and I haven't found anything during. Obviously, thrift shops are closed right now, as far as I know, and as far as I'm concerned, that's okay right now because, maybe it's time to take a break from that for a little bit anyways, and I've been enjoying my time away from the thrift shops just as much as I enjoy time thrifting. So that being said, though, let me get into this. So first thing I wanted to show you here was something that a coworker of my wife just gave to me out of the blue because they were getting rid of it, and it has all the cables and everything except for I think it's missing the light bar that goes with it, and that's this Nintendo Wii right here. It's a little scratched up on the top, but pretty cool nonetheless, and free is free, so it should be working just perfectly fine. And inside of it was a loose copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, so pretty sweet right there. Didn't pay a thing for it. It's pretty awesome. Next things I wanted to show you here came from my buddy Stu at We Roll Dice. He had a giveaway on his channel. He's giving a bunch of different things, and I unboxed basically everything that was in the box. There was tons of stuff like minis and all this kind of thing that I don't really do on this channel. I save it for my D&D channel, but in there were some video games, and I did show them in that video, but I'll show them in this one as well since these are my video game pickups. So first thing he sent me was Barbarian on the PS2, so that's pretty cool right there, and I think he's just got it taped in there or something, but pretty cool right there. It's got a copy of NHL 2K3, so I always like hockey games. I enjoy those. SOCOM US Navy SEALs. And again, this was for his contest, so if you haven't checked out We Roll Dice, you should do that. It's definitely a amazing channel, a personal friend of mine. And SOCOM 2 US Navy SEALs. So a lot of his things here are in perfect shape. He's always known to take care of just everything like immaculately, so that's what it's all about here. And Splinter Cell, the first one, a little bit of nostalgia there for everybody. Pretty cool. Onimusha, the first one as well. Or no, this is Warlords. I don't know if that's the first one or not. I can't even remember. I'm not too familiar with Onimusha series, but pretty cool. Outlaw Volleyball Remixed. Don't really know a whole lot about this, but volleyball games are always fun, so pretty dope right there. Prince of Persia Sands of Time. Yeah, like I said, this is all stuff that he gave away in his giveaway, but if you'd like to see everything that was in there, you should definitely check out that other video. I'll put a link down below. And then Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, which I have a copy of this, but I think mine's a little beat up, and this one's looks like pretty minty, I think. And both discs are in there and everything's good with that. So that was an awesome prize winnings from We Roll Dice. Normally he doesn't deal in video games so much. He's more of a D&D and fantasy war gaming kind of guy, but he was unloading a few things in his giveaway, and that was what he sent my way. So thanks again, Stu, and again, check out We Roll Dice. While I was out thrifting, I found this right here, which is an NES system. I paid 19 bucks for it. It was pretty dry, so I felt like I needed to buy something just to justify all the work I was putting into it. 19 bucks for a Super Nintendo. No cords or anything like that, but I might be able to piece this one together. I think I might have the power supply and all that kind of stuff where it's in pretty good shape. There's a small little scratch, I think, down here, but otherwise just needs to be cleaned up, and I'm fairly certain it will work because the power port on it's perfectly fine. Also, when I was out there, found this here, which is the Fighter Stick SG6 for the Sega Genesis. So really cool right there. This is the one with like turbo functions and everything. This is a really good one. I have another 3-button, I think it was a 3-button one that I had, but I'm going to be using this one instead. So that's pretty dope right there for sure, because it has a turbo function, it has a 6-button and everything, so it's going to be great right there, because the other one I had didn't really have all that functionality, so I'll probably get rid of the other one because it's loose and everything, and I'll keep this one here. It's in the box. Box isn't in a perfect shape. It's a little faded. Looks like it got like sun faded and things, but pretty cool nonetheless. And for this I paid, I think it was like $20 because I ended up using a discount card along with this and a few other things I had bought at the store that day, but still cool nonetheless. Also, speaking of sticks or joysticks or controllers, found this one as well. This is the Ace Combat 5 Unsung War. Value Village was selling it in 2 separate pieces, but I obviously bought both. They go together kind of thing, for a flight game for Ace Combat 5. So that is not something I'm going to hold on to. That's something I'm going to obviously forward to somebody else or trade to somebody else. I know there's a few people out there that are quite into the flight kind of games, and I think this is one of the best ways of really playing it. The only downside to this one was this stick right here. This part was like the rubbery part is coming right off, so it's like basically gooing off. I don't know, but I've taken some of it off already just because it was falling off anyways, and it feels perfectly fine without the rubber grip on there. Actually, it feels kind of cool. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty cool right there. And for that one there, I think I paid like about $12 for the pair of them. Moving on, I picked up this here. This is Arkanoid 2. Had to pick it up. It's for the PC or Tandy or any of those kind of things. I think it basically works for any of them. It's like IBM or Tandy 1000 kind of computer thing, but it is Arkanoid, and I have a little soft spot in my heart for Arkanoid, so I decided to pick this up and just love the artwork on the back and everything else like that. And it's all in there, and it looks like it's in pretty decent shape. A few dings in the corners and everything, but considering its age, because it's from 1989, it's in pretty good shape. And I'd been sitting there for a few days, and I kind of was eyeballing it a little bit, and then one day I decided, you know what, for $4, why not? Next thing I picked up was a little bit of a mistake. It's actually 2 things I picked up, but it was half price day, so I did get these for $2.50. This looks like Mario Kart DS, and I didn't even check because I was so busy. I just kind of grabbed it and took it up to the counter, and I didn't even double check, but it has new Super Mario Bros. Game in it, which is perfectly fine too. I mean, that's a great game too, but I always like to get, the games with the correct things in them. This one, I kind of missed on that, but again, $2.50, not too bad. And then I also picked up a copy of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I probably should be listing this online, just because apparently Wii games are going absolutely ballistic right now in their pricing. So that's that right there, but it's in pretty great shape, and I think the disc is could use a little resurfacing, but still at the same time I'm sure it works perfectly fine. And for that, again, I paid, I think it was, let's see here, like $4 I think for that. They started upping their prices at the thrift shops right before all this stuff hit, so this was regular like $8, and I wouldn't even have bothered with it back then for $8. But when it was half price, I decided to snap it up kind of thing. On the same Nintendo sort of kick here, I also picked up a copy of Mario Kart 7, and that's totally complete and everything, so that's pretty sweet right there. I do not think I had this already. I didn't put a lot of time into my 3DS, so I didn't go out and buy a whole ton of different games, and still worthy of checking out. And for that one there, I paid $6, I believe, so that's pretty good. I'm trying to remember all the prices here because it was so long ago. Another day I totally missed out when I was in the store too, and a couple of guys they kind of just brought stuff out to these guys, and I sort of missed out a little bit. Because they were right there and they kind of cleared out the whole case. But they did leave one game in there which kind of surprised me, and that is Digimon Monsters, so Digimon World. And they left this one behind, and I think it was priced for $15, which is a pretty good deal, I think, for this game. There it is right there. And the disc, maybe they left it behind because the disc is a little bit beat up, but again, I have the JFJ, so I can resurface that and we'll see how it goes. But again, for $15, why not? I thought that was a pretty great deal right there. And then the last one here is an NES game I didn't have in my collection, so I decided to grab it, especially when it was priced for $6, and that is Gremlins 2, the new batch for the NES. That was in a Value Village, so I decided to pick that up. It's in pretty good shape. There is a little bit of a ding here in the corner, but I think I could probably glue it down and make it look a little bit better than it looks right now. Otherwise, it's in great shape. I just need to clean it and everything and test it out, but a really nice addition to the collection because you don't usually see a lot of NES games to begin with lately, and especially ones that I don't have, and I did not have this in the collection, and now I do, so we can add one more to my ever-growing NES collection, which is really sweet. I hope everybody out there is staying safe these days. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Don't put yourself in any undue like situation where you're going to be exposed to these things that are going around right now. This COVID stuff is knocking a lot of people around, and I just hope that you're staying safe and keeping yourself and your family healthy, and that's what it's all about right now. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.